And just like that, Kristi Noem is out of a job. Donald Trump fired Noem as the Department of Homeland Security Secretary on Thursday afternoon. He did it via Truth Social. Let me read you what he said. I am pleased to announce that the highly respected United States Senator from the great state of Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen, will become the United States Secretary of Homeland Security effective March 31, 2026. The current Secretary, Kristi Noem, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, especially on the border, will be moving to be Special Envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere we are announcing on Saturday in Doral, Florida. I thank Kristi for her service at Homeland. We have a Shield of the Americas. It sounds vaguely like the Avengers. Anyway, whatever you think of this announcement, it is very clear that Kristi Noem has been removed as the DHS head and replaced with Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, which, sidebar, will occasion an appointment to the Senate. But it's a very Republican state. Kevin Stitt, the governor, will do it. Sidebar over. Why did Noem become the first high-profile, big-name cabinet secretary to be fired by Trump? Obviously, Trump last year got rid of Mike Waltz, who was the national security advisor, and replaced him with Marco Rubio, who's also the Secretary of State. But this is the first big move by Trump to get rid of a high-profile person in one of the high-profile cabinet jobs. So Noem did a bunch of things wrong. Let's go from most recent to least recent. She had 2 days of disastrous hearings, one in front of the Senate on Tuesday, one in front of the House on Wednesday. On Tuesday, she got into a back and forth with John Kennedy, a very reliable Trump ally from Louisiana, about a $200+ million advertising campaign that was being run through the Department of Homeland Security that just promoted Noem. She's just in these ads. And she said that Donald Trump had given her the okay to do that. That didn't sit well with John Kennedy or Donald Trump. On Wednesday, Democrats asked Noem, 2 Democrats in the House Judiciary Committee asked Noem about allegations that she was having a sexual relationship with Corey Lewandowski, who is sort of her consigliere at DHS. And she did not deny either time she was asked under oath that they are having an affair, or were. Noem is married, as is Lewandowski. Those are the 2 most obvious proximate things. We know from a Wall Street Journal story last month that Trump was annoyed about the rumors about Lewandowski and Noem, that he would ask other people about them. We know from this morning that Trump was quizzing Republican members of Congress about whether or not he should get rid of Noem. Obviously, he got the feedback he wanted to get, and he got Mark Wayne Mullen to agree to take over the job, and he got rid of Noem. But the broader thing here with Noem is, as we go back, remember, Noem was the face of the sort of border patrol and immigration enforcement activities. That's a huge priority for Trump. And she got a lot of kudos in Trump world for sort of the first year of this. But then Minneapolis happened, right? And Greg Bovino, who was Noem's sort of point person for the Border Patrol, was in Minneapolis. He was the face in Minneapolis when Alex Preddy and Renee Good were both shot and killed by immigration enforcement officials. Trump clearly saw he had a major problem. He basically sent Bovino back to California, sidelined Noem, and put Tom Homan, the border czar, in charge in Minneapolis, and they quickly wound down the immigration enforcement agents in that city and in the state more broadly, as a recognition, or as close to a recognition as you're going to get, that they had made a big mistake there. So Noem from Minneapolis was already on very thin ice. And then I really do think one of the running strains that you've seen with her is this self-promotional aspect. And that is fueled by Lewandowski in many ways. Lewandowski came to prominence in 2016. He was in the inner circle of Trump's 2016 campaign. He has sort of latched back on with Noem amid rumors that they are having an affair. He pushed Noem very hard. She was the governor of South Dakota. He pushed her very hard as a potential VP pick. Obviously, she was not picked. He then pushed her very hard to be in the cabinet, and she was picked as the Department of Homeland Security. But the Wall Street Journal piece in February just took the 2 of them apart, that They were very insular, that they were treating career officials there really badly, and that the focus of the entire department was Kristi Noem, her brand, promoting her on television, promoting her as a potential candidate in 2028. And if there's one thing that Donald Trump hates more than anything else, it's when people who work for him try to take advantage of the perch that he's given them for their own personal advantage. And Noem has just been a relentlessly ambitious climber over the last decade or so. And Lewandowski, certainly in the last 5 years, has kind of engineered all of that. But I think that's ultimately what brought her down. This $200+ million campaign, ad campaign, is clearly Noem trying to promote herself as kind of the immigration warrior so she can run in 2028, right? With Lewandowski kind of serving as her shadow campaign manager. I don't think she got fired because of the relationship or perceived relationship with Lewandowski, who is her junior, at least in the department. But I don't think it helped, right? I think really what ultimately led to it was Minneapolis combined with this $200 million campaign that got a lot of attention this week, got a lot of Republicans up in arms. Why are we spending this money to promote Kristi Noem? And, Trump not wanting you to put Trump second to anyone